seconds or something.
Okay, hey, wait, hold on.
Nope, it's gone. It's rolling. We're rolling. You gotta be ready, Mike. You gotta be ready. We ain't ready. Come on. And by the way, the banner that we're doing right now is
All right. Let's get this show started. Welcome to our first pilot episode of Real Bar Talk.
Yes.
This is where we get real. We get real. This is the most real bar talk you will ever come to in your entire life.
That's why you call it real bar talk.
Yes, sir. I am Mike Modell. I will be your host this evening, accompanied by my co-host and engineer, Master Mike Reed.
Yo, what up?
How you doing, Mr. Reed?
I'm doing amazing. I'm so glad we getting this started.
Bro, I have been excited for days. Scared and excited, but excited.
You look a little red.
Yeah, you know. That's just how I look. We talked about this last time on your podcast. Anyways, before I go any further, let me get into you a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your experience, Mike. Tell the people what you do.
What I do?
Yeah, I want to know about you.
Oh, man. I'm a producer of my own podcast show called the One Life Podcast. I've been in entertainment for 35 years. I got in, and it's crazy because you know how we have our dreams and all that stuff when we're kids, but I've never, ever dreamed of becoming a podcast host. Like my 35 years in entertainment, I was always behind the scenes. I never liked my voice. I never looked how I looked, So for me, this was, I kind of stumbled on this. It was like really by accident because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I started doing those, like everybody jumping on Zooms, and I was on a Zoom meeting, and I started taking over the Zoom meetings, and then people just started saying, hey, you should do a podcast, So,
It works, and you do a great job, by the way. And like I said, you could tell the experience level. You can right away, like when I did the podcast on your other podcast show, I was just impressed totally, and it revamped me because of, like I told you before, about 6 years ago. No, you know what? We figured this out. 2011 is our last recording of Hot in the AV, and I had such a good time doing it, and I forgot how much fun I have doing this. It's like for lack of a better term, but it's like almost like a release, almost like going and playing sports or any kind of hobby that you like to do. It does that for me for whatever reason.
It is. I mean, it's for me too. This is actually my therapy.
Real quick though, what did you do in TV exactly? You did behind the scenes stuff, but you did.
Well, I started off as a graphic director, and then from there, I had my big brother mentor who, all the shows that I worked for, he was the executive producer, and he hired me, because I had my own graphic design company back then, and he saw some of my work, and some guy, a good friend of mine, was actually a DJ on one of his shows, and he was like, wow, I like this dude work, I need to introduce me to him, and I had a meeting with him one day, and he offered me a job. He said, hey, I can't, and this was crazy. He was like, I can't afford you right now because he was creating a show. And he said, I can pay you one-off right now, anything you want, or you can come work with me and I can show you everything about film.
So
and I took that deal. Like money wasn't an object, yeah. I was like, hell yeah, I want to work on TV.
That's awesome.
And so he taught me how to, do everything from editing to shooting, lighting, producing, everything. So for all the 35 years I was with him, I did everything in production.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, right on. All right, we'll move along a little bit. I want to get this guest out here. I'm excited to bring her on. Pilot episode, first episode. We have already a good list of guests that are going to come on, but this first episode, I was inclined to bring on my wife because she's had a bunch of ideas about cool podcast shows, and this just happened to be like something similar to what she had come up with probably a decade ago. And then when we were on your show, your co-host she took an idea that I had and built off, and it was cool. It was really cool.
You know what's crazy about that is because I even told you because every time I do my show, people was like, man, we should have drinks or wine on the show, right? Because I don't have none of that, right? And they was like, you should do like a One Life after hours or whatever. Yeah. But I never pulled the trigger on it because it didn't feel right. Yeah. But yeah, when you was on the show and then Tanya mentioned it, And I remember you saying you wanted to do another podcast. Like it all felt right. Like it all aligned.
Yeah, and my old podcast was very much so like this.
Right.
There was a couple times we were pretty drunk on the podcast, especially my birthday.
That's the best part.
It was great. So I was stoked to get back to it and have it a little bit more structured and have segment ideas that were like set for the bar. So without further ado, let me bring my wife on. This is Miss Jessica Modell. Give it a big round of applause right here. Bringing her in.
JP.
Okay, so while she's getting her headset on,
I was a little nervous when you said you was gonna bring her on too.
I was too, because she never was on my old podcast.
Do I have to behave now?
No, you do not have to behave. She talks like a sailor, so it's all good. But what's funny is as she's getting her headset on, I thought about like, she was like, I don't want to put this headset back on and off. So,
a little big for my tiny head.
Welcome, my beautiful wife.
So what do we call you, Jessica or JP?
I go by JP usually, but you can call me whatever you want as long as you say it nicely.
Okay. Don't like play with me like that.
I mean, I'm not playing.
All right.
That's the truth.
Well, with the idea of having you come on, obviously you had some good ideas about doing something similar to this,
Yeah.
but also Miss Jessica here has 20 plus years in the industry of being behind the bar, in the kitchen, serving and bartending, running bars from here all the way to Mississippi. Like she's done it all.
Hey, I can
so
tell.
She knows a lot.
I can tell because she actually gave me glasses, Mike.
I care about my people.
I gave you
They're not
plastic one
animals.
time.
We
Mike gives
serve
me
our drinks
plastic
and
all the
glasses
time.
around here.
Hey,
does.
is Mike cheap? Or is he just lazy, don't want to do dishes?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Yeah, both.
I am the uncheapest Jew you have ever met in
That's
your life.
not a word.
That's not a
And-
word.
It can be my
kinda
word.
not.
I can use that word if I'd like to.
Okay, well, we're going to call a dictionary people.
Yeah. We got Google right here.
Go ahead, Google it. Look,
I
there's a
think
whole
it's better
there's a
when
whole
you can
dictionary
serve
called
drinks
Mike's
in
Dictionary,
regular
and you can look it up.
glasses.
It's in the Geneva's Convention. You can look it up. I have my own dictionary, my own words, and like you haven't known this for I don't know how many years? 15 at least.
15.
15. Yeah. something like
15 years of made-up words.
15 years.
I believe
So
it.
I have a lot of them.
I believe it. I've heard a few.
I'll come
I
up
just
with
don't-
some later, and we'll
I just
talk
don't say
about it.
nothing.
Plastic cups.
Yeah, and that's-
Okay, well, we do plastic at night for
Yeah,
a
we
reason
do.
because you know how many people have gotten hit with glass, and I mean that in so many directions.
Several
And we got some
times.
stories that are going to head that direction.
People take them. People drop them. Yeah.
So I brought up your experience, but tell us a little bit about your experience behind the bar. Like
Who is
I
JP?
started off as a shot girl.
that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
started off as a shot girl.
I married a
when
shot
was
girl.
Too young to be in a bar. And then I started to serve. And then as soon as I was 21, I started working at my first bar in Mississippi. And it was like the best experience of my life, the best people, super hospitable people. And I learned a lot, and then I just kind of went with it. And since then, it's just been something I love to do, and I enjoy the people. I enjoy serving people. I think that the service industry is the place where people go after a long, hard week, and they want to unwind. They want something to go to, or they want to go somewhere and enjoy themselves. They want to be maybe doted on. They want to talk. They want to chill out, listen to music or whatever it is. And those people come to us for that experience. And I think it's important that, I think that we're important. I think that we have some misconceptions about people in the service industry, that we're not smart or whatever it may be. We're uneducated, and that's probably further from the truth.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
what's crazy, just to add to that too, it's funny that people actually do think that, and they treat you like that a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's part
the
of the
hardest
job.
working people I've ever met, service industry,
people, yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Because people really care about what, I'm going to say this without, sounding too gross, but what goes in their mouth.
That's true.
Drink and food.
Yeah.
They really care so much that is what they're going to complain about the most, even more than the hospital, more than their health. They care about their food and drink, and
That is
you
facts.
deal with some of the craziest people, so it's
That's
just kind of
facts.
funny.
Yeah, in my experience, I think that, there's niche places where, the bartenders, they want to be mean to you, or, they have like this hard aesthetic, and it works for some places. But to me, I think that if you're behind a bar, you're serving someone, you need to be happy, you need to be kind, you got to have, you don't have to be fake, but you have to have that persona that you're happy to be there, you're happy to serve these people, and that you enjoy what you're doing. And if you're not, then you're probably in the wrong job space.
So you started
You're
off as
probably
a shot
right.
girl, and what made you want to get behind the bar?
To be honest, I was always interested in bartending and serving. Actually, my senior project in high school was about owning a bar, which
Really?
clearly I manifested because look where we're at now.
Which,
Oh, wow,
which
that's-
before we bring,
Yeah.
well, when we move to the next bar, I'll talk more about the bar thing. But
Yeah, it wasn't like my dream, like my end dream or anything, but I knew that I wanted to be in a fast-paced environment where I could constantly be moving. Didn't want to be at a desk. I didn't want to be sitting down somewhere. I wanted to be somewhere where I could do 20 things at once. My ADHD brain needs that, and I need to be moving and constantly
she
doing
is
things.
ADHD for sure.
It fits me. It fits my personality because I like to run around and do all the things, and I think I'm good under pressure. So.
And you know what's so funny is I have been in the industry a long time too, and I've worked with a lot of people. And my first experience working with JP, well before we were married, like I have met very, very few bartenders who work like her. Period. Mm-hmm. That is an end statement because, like, she does, and especially, I mean, obviously, like when we were younger, there was no stopping her. Like she moved the entire time. She put a lot of other bartenders to shame, and that's why I've seen her have little tiffs with people in the bar. That's just because she outshines them, and she can't help it. She's just a harder worker. That is what it is.
That's
So,
always been in her.
yeah, it has.
Sounds of it.
But let me go ahead and move along. I didn't bring up our sponsors, which she kind of did bring it up a little bit. I myself have always dreamed about owning the place that we're sitting at right now, and this year. Or not this year now, but 2023, me and my wife bought Ruben's Bar and now turned it into our own thing, which is Alchemy Row.
Yes.
So that is our sponsor for the show, and that is where we are recording this
And congratulations to
new
you both,
show.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been successful so far, and
It has
everybody
been
loves
good.
it. I mean,
It's
the
been our little
community.
brainchild.
Well, the community loves you guys for it because you guys kept it open.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're getting a lot of, I get a lot, it's weird, I get a lot of thank yous from people that have been coming
it's
here.
not weird. That's great, Mike.
I know, but
Been
it,
here since longer than we've been.
Right. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's why I say
A
the
lot of
community
people
loves it.
patronized
Yeah.
this place,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to see it let go.
it's nice to hear those, and I'll tell you, there is a lot of rough spots to owning this and buying it in the shape that it was in and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
we've gone through a lot, and I'm going to continue to go through it and fight for it until there is no more fight. We just got it down, you know.
Well,
But
I mean, nothing's easy, right?
it's really not.
It's not, but
No,
I
if
mean,
it's worth it, it's never easy.
yeah.
So yeah, today we're sponsored by Alchemy Row.
Yes.
Welcome to the Row.
Row.
This is where the magic happens.
I think I came up with that, the row. by
Did
the
you?
way.
Do you think you came it up with it? I've heard of him a couple people. Because
I mean, if you really listen to my shows and go back, like, you kind of hear
Yeah.
me say it a few times.
I don't know.
It kinda
Missy, the bartender Missy that works here, is the first person who called it the Row.
That's debatable, but did she get it from my show? Like,
I-
where did she
maybe.
get it from?
I think
Possibly.
we discussed it being called the Row when we were trying to figure out how to say it.
I always
before
said
we even bought it.
people are going
really.
to call it Alchemies and
Yeah.
and
Or the
see,
Row,
that-
yeah.
but the
Yeah,
Row
the
even
Row.
flows better. I can't even lie.
I'm saying.
But
Wherever it started, it works. People
yes,
like it.
yes. But I said it is, if you don't know what alchemy is, I said this is where the magic happens because our food and our drinks are magic.
Hey, that's
Magic
one thing.
in a
Like,
cup.
people love the food.
Magic, yeah, that is
People
true.
do love the food.
The food has
Put love
gotten
into the
very
food.
good.
Amazing, yeah.
Also, we are sponsored by Miss L's Rum Balls. I didn't even ask
Hey.
her to sponsor us, but guess what? She
Oh,
brought them on
by-
our day.
by the
and
way-
these are
Oh, good.
amazing.
By the way, that was my doing too. I'm
Oh,
just saying.
I know.
I am
know.
an amazing
He
producer,
Did, he
Michael.
did tell her to
Michael,
bring it on the
Michael,
day that we
you're-
did the show. Here, I'm going to try one right now.
You
just
guys are
saying.
both next to me putting balls in your mouth, and no one's offered
Here, I buy
me
you-
a ball.
I'll buy you one.
I think it'd be inappropriate if I asked you if you want some balls.
There's nothing inappropriate about
Oh.
offering a ball.
I'm just saying.
Don't make
Not
it
an-
weird, Mike. Don't make it weird.
Say it again.
Say what you said.
Damn it. I heard it. Just so you know, this is a live podcast. We were filming at the bar. You're welcome to come, take a seat, listen. And we have some audience members, and I just want to thank them for coming out.
Yes.
Some friends that know us pretty well.
By the
And
way,
Have
they're gonna chime in and say stuff, and if I react to it, I'm sorry.
I brought her because of me. So don't, just
Oh,
saying.
oh, so it's
I understand. I'm a great producer, Mike.
So it's your fault that
You're
Brittany's here?
going to understand this one day.
All right,
I
fine.
see it.
Fine.
I see that.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we do
You
have
don't
the
even
beautiful
see that.
Brittany in the audience,
Yeah,
and I don't
Brittany.
know if you've seen her comedy shows, but she
Brittany.
is incredible.
She's
Come out.
amazing.
They did a
Yes,
show
yes.
here on Saturday, and it was so good.
It was.
It was so good. I had such a good time.
I'm loving improv.
Yes. So we talked about the sponsors. Before we get into our segment ideas that we had for the show, because we are going to be like a structured show, have funny segments that are all bar themed. I want to know, I'm going to ask you both, I want to know what real bar talk means to you. What is your definition? And I'll let, who was I going to have go first?
You was going first.
I'm going first?
You wrote the script, Mike.
All right, fine. You're true. I did write the script. Okay. So real bar talk to me, just so you guys, and I'll give you a little bit of a buffer. This is no hose bar podcast. That means everything goes. All topics. This is TVMA. If you got little kids out there listening, you probably shouldn't listen to it with them because we're going to talk about some crazy shit. And I said shit, just so you know. Yeah, we're going to be cursing.
I have earphones. So I can hear
you know, JP's a sailor over here, so she's going to be cursing.
And I don't like to edit shit out.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
editing.
no one wants to edit.
So yeah, this is just raw, dirty truth at the bar. That's my definition. JP, what's your definition of real bar talk?
Same, just what it's like for me as a bartender, I guess. We all got stories. We all have stuff that's happened. So I'm pretty sure that I could write a few books on that just by itself. But that just taking away the misconceptions of what it's like being in the service industry, talking about the patrons, hopefully in a positive light.
They could be negative too.
Yeah, we can talk about, those types of things. But yeah, I think that every bar has its own family.
Yeah.
Yes.
And obviously the longer you've been a part of that family, the more you have to say about it.
A very dysfunctional family.
So, not all of it's dysfunction. Some of these people are, they're going to be in your lives for a long time. You guys share holidays. You guys share, all sorts of stuff together. And I think that's a huge part of our lives. We can't do what we're doing without everybody that we've met in the last 15, 20 years doing what we're doing. So
That all went on camera right now.
It did. I'm like, what the fuck?
See, I told you the audience has been messing with me.
Everything
Raw
goes.
as shit. Real.
You've been talking about me being a sailor, and
I know.
Real.
I've been
Like,
counting your
you're
curse
Hey,
words, homie.
hey,
Doing a
this
lot.
is real.
You're on track right now.
I want to be real. What's that movie? Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, forgiveness. That's what it's from. So like, I just want to be real. Okay.
I understand.
Anyways,
Okay.
Mike, tell
So
me.
my thoughts on it is, real talk, real stories, off the record, no chaser. A place where you can be 100% no judgment. Kind of piggybacking off what you said. Just let it all out, where we can laugh at our stories, because our friends are going to tell us about our stories anyways. And I think it's important. I was just talking to Brittany about this. It's important that when we fuck up, our friends one is going to tell us about it.
Yep.
But it's important that we laugh about it too and take accountability for it. Like, you know what, I did fuck up. So when I'm having a bad day or I fucked up, I come here, have a drink and shit, and somebody's gonna tell me about it. Like, you know what, you're right, I fucked up. Take accountability, laugh about it, and drink
Well,
it,
you're
drink
in
it
the
away.
right place for that,
I
Mark.
love it.
So that's what it is for me.
I love it. Well, welcome to Real Bar Talk. This is the first episode. And what would a Real Bar Talk episode be without a drink in our hand?
Yes.
And I want to talk a little bit about the drinks we're each having. So my drink
You guys
and,
downgraded me to plastic.
and Mike's
It's
drink
my new favorite
is
drink.
one of our favorite drinks. It's called Trader Vic's. Not very well known, but it's a macadamia nut liqueur, and it is amazing. You just pour it on some ice and drink it
Hey,
straight up.
I've been to a couple of places, and I've been actually, you guys got Trader Vic's? They're like, nope.
Nope, nobody has it.
Nobody
Very,
has it?
very few places have it. I have gone to one other place besides here that's had it, and I was like,
Yeah, that's
what?
shocking if they
you're,
have it.
You're the right bar. I love you. So that's what I'm having. What are you drinking?
Yeah, I wouldn't be a real Sicilian if I didn't have some boxed sangria in my plastic cup.
Of
Did you
course
say
do.
box?
Oh yeah,
Boxed.
Boxed?
Yeah.
Sangria?
I mean, it's delicious.
Boxed? Like boxed wine?
Yeah, like boxed wine.
You just,
Really?
I don't
JP?
appreciate
Stated
the
your
look of
age.
disgust. I don't like that.
JP, I'm a real wine guy.
Okay,
So
I mean-
when someone says boxed, anything
don't
that's
be a
still wine.
snob. There's nothing wrong with.
Oh, you haven't met Mike yet?
Franzia, all
Oh yeah.
those
Hello,
things,
my name
those
is
are-
Mike. Like
Mike,
Those
when
are
you're
good
talking about
quality
wine,
boxed wines.
do you drink boxed wine?
Sangria is a mix
I'm
of
really,
wine
I'm really,
and juice and stuff
I'm really
anyways. So.
gonna take a
rethinking
rum
this
ball and stick it in my
whole
mouth.
having you on the show on the first
Wow, that's
one.
rude. Okay. All right. You
You
guys,
drink black. How are you like this?
little judgy McJudgersons
Wait a minute. No,
over
I'm
here
not
drinking you
being
guys' nutty
judgment.
tasting whiskey.
so our whiskey, I had on in some coffee the other day, and I was like, damn.
It's a liqueur.
That's what I
You guys
should
are
do.
It is
drinking
so good.
some liqueurs over there. all
Yeah, we
right?
are. And we like it, so don't
Yeah.
be mean.
Are you being judgmental now?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what
Ours
you're
comes
drinking
in at
in
least
case
a
you
cool.
didn't know.
Hey, ours at least comes in a cool glass bottle. I'm just saying,
with
it's not
a
in a box.
ridiculously hard top to pull off.
Oh, it is really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
That's what she
That's
said.
good.
I did say that.
That means nobody can't take.
Those rum
take
balls
them.
are getting me, man. It's all in my
know,
teeth.
these
God damn it.
They're so good.
Brittany, you want some of my balls, Brittany? She wants some of my balls.
From
Yeah,
outside.
just say yes so he can move on.
Oh my God. This show is going to be ridiculous. All right. Well, moving along. We talked about our drinks. We talked about our sponsors. We told you what real is about. Now let's get into some real stories.
All right.
All right. So this segment is really just as easy as peasy. There's no name for it. Just each of us is going to tell a cool bar story, one of your favorite bar stories. It could be funny. It could be gross. It could be whatever you want. And we're going to start with Mike. Mike, go ahead. Tell me your bar story. I want to hear it.
This just actually happened at Alchemy Row. So this is very recent. And I thought it was hilarious. So one night I was at the bar. I forgot who I was with. I was talking maybe to Moses or Chris. Somebody was at the bar. And a friend of ours, and we always keeping names out. We got to protect the innocent here.
Okay.
This girl, she comes up to us, one of our friends, one of the regulars here. And she was looking around the room, and she's like, oh, some guy that was sitting behind us was cute. So she went up and talked to him, but then she came back like fairly quickly. I was like, hey, what happened? She was like, his breath stinks. So then I forgot who was bartender, but she grabbed some Doritos and went back and gave it to him. And the guy just opened the Doritos and he would start munching on them. And I'm looking like, this idiot don't even know why he eating the Doritos.
That is actually fucking hilarious.
You couldn't find a mint or some gum?
So I asked, I was like, hey, why'd you give him Doritos? Because I said his breath stinks, so he had to eat something. And he really was just munching on them. I was like, wow.
Did she actually told him?
I mean,
No, she didn't.
She just handed-
She just
okay.
handed it to him,
That's fine.
and he instantly
if
started
someone
eating.
brings me chips, I'm eating them. I'm not asking any questions.
But not gonna lie, if someone came up to me and talked to me and then left and came back and
With
was
some
like, "Hey, I
chips.
brought you some Doritos,"
I'm gonna question
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, your breath
Yeah.
stinks a little bit, so just eat these. I would still eat them.
I'm just kind of trying to figure out how she thought that adding
Dorito-
nacho cheese
Dorito.
breath
Why-
would help that situation.
Well, would you rather nacho cheese breath or
no, like I said,
or
we
ass?
at Alchemy Row, we're prepared. I have gum and mints and lotion and
I don't
all
know if
sorts of
she
things
knew
behind
that,
the bar. She could
but
have asked.
she was like, his breath smelled like ass, and
sorry,
she
sir,
didn't want to.
Your breath smells like ass. Eat these nacho cheese.
Yeah, there
chips.
you go.
Yeah, I don't know. She went
Jesus.
about that the right way. But
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Is that your
my
story? That's
my
it?
story.
that's a good story.
I like that one.
It was funny.
That was a good first story.
Hey, I think it was Roy. I think it was me and Roy. We would. Matter of fact, it was Roy. It was UK Roy.
Mm-hmm.
We was dying laughing.
He's coming on the show next, by the way.
No, we was dying laughing when she told us that shit. And that, I'm telling you, he had this like dumbass look on his face, like we just laughing at him, like, dude, you don't even know what the fuck is going on right now.
Oh my God. That's freaking hilarious. All right.
Yeah.
Next bar story. Oh, I did it out of order, didn't I? That's all right.
JP.
JP, tell us your bar story. Hers is funny. I
So
can't wait.
yeah,
for
mine's
this.
a little funny, but mine's also kind of violent, and this happens. So when I was pregnant with our third child, I was working in another bar here in town, and they get really busy at night, and I was behind the bar by myself, didn't have any backups, no help, no nothing, and I was actually down a security that night also, and there was a regular. He used to come in all the time. He used to come in a pimp suit every single time with a top hat.
Oh my God, I know
every
exactly
single
what you're talking
time.
about.
And he was always carrying like such random objects, and they never made any sense, but like little trinkets or whatever they were. And I swear he had like a picnic across the whole entire place. Like he would just leave his stuff out everywhere, and it was really annoying. One night he comes in. His wife just got off a shift. She worked at the hospital. They're over there drinking, kind of like by the boys' bathroom. And I'm behind the bar. So you're talking 10, 15 feet away. And I am right in the middle of serving a big group of people. They start arguing, getting into a fight, and he decides to chuck his glass. That I just filled that glass up, by the way. So it was a full glass. And who does it beam in the head? Me.
But they throw it at you?
No, he didn't try to throw it at me, but he chucked the glass so hard that it decided to beam me right in the forehead, took me down. The margarita that was in the glass, and I was wearing an all-white shirt on top of being pregnant. And when I say I dropped so quick, it was embarrassing. But when I say that the guys in the bar, when I say they snatched him up, before I could even look up, I mean, they had him by the shirt, and we're dragging him
But
out.
how far are
just to-
you from him?
I was about 15 feet away from him.
Wow, and he chugged like
And
that.
he
Oh.
threw it so hard that it knocked me out.
So
the only person.
So just to add to the story, JP's a tractor beam of items getting thrown in a bar fight.
Yeah, I'm Murphy's Law. If it can
I
happen,
have-
it will happen to me.
We have so many. I have so many stories that are going to come up on this show, and they're all going to be
They're all
JP
going to be
getting
about
hit
me
with something.
getting hit with something.
It's
random.
like, I swear to God, a bar fight
You're
breaks
just like
out,
a-
somebody gets
you're a
thrown,
target.
JP's the one who gets
You're
hit.
like a magnet.
It's hilarious.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
universe just put me here to get hit by random flying objects.
That's crazy. And this bar is kind of fight bar at night, not going to lie. They're better now.
What's crazy
but
is I never saw that again after that night. That guy never came back
Never?
in. Nope.
I haven't seen him in a long time. I know exactly who you're talking about,
Hipster
too.
guy never came back
Speaking
in.
of smell, he always smelled bad, too, weirdly enough. I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
But anyways,
That's
that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
I like
that's
that.
Funny,
But
violent,
you was
all the
okay,
good
though,
things.
right? No concussion? No.
I mean, if I was, I had to continue on. I was the only bartender.
Oh, shit.
Making a baby, making
Good.
spleens at the same time.
You're a trooper.
Yeah.
I didn't
How
know.
far along were you?
I think I was like 5 or 6 months.
Okay, because I know I
So
took
pregnant enough
over.
to be mad about it, but like not like going into labor
I
pregnant.
took over for you like 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5 months. I took over for her at this bar. I didn't have any fights like that break out on my shifts.
Well, I'm the lucky one.
Yeah, you are tractor beam, like I said.
Tractor beam.
All right. Well, I will get
What's your
into
story?
my story. My story is about this bar. So I've been at Reuben since 2006, and it's now Alchemy Row, obviously. But I've got 1 million stories out of this bar. Some of them are crazy, some of them are funny. But this one, since she told a little fight story, I'll tell you my little fight story here at the bar. I'm bartending tonight, and there's this one guy who used to come in all the time, and he was younger for this crowd here, a little bit younger, but he would get drunk. And I mean, he would buy everybody drinks too, so his tab was always huge. He'd spend a crap ton of money. So one night, he's drinking, he's already messed up, and he pisses people off. The thing is, he would get drunk and be annoying. So he's pissing a bunch of people off, but he gets to about $100 at his tab. I'll never forget this, I don't know why. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, you're done. You can't drink no more. And as I say it, he throws up on the bar right in front of me. Throws up on the bar. I'm like, yeah, now not only are you done, but you have to leave. Because by law, if you don't know this, if you throw up in a bar, they have to make you leave.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a health violation, basically. So anyways, he throws up in the bar, and I'm like, okay, now you got to go. And he's like, fuck you. Throws up the finger. I'm like, all right, well, you're either going to exit by yourself or I'm going to drag you the fuck out of here. And my brother-in-law now, he's a pretty big guy. He stands on right behind him because he sees the interaction. And before the guy can tell me to fuck off again, my brother-in-law snatches up rear naked choke and starts to walk him out the front of the bar. He gets out the front of the bar. I run his tab, get his receipt out, and I start walking out there. And he gets to the front, and my brother-in-law releases him and then just puts his hands up. He's like, hey, you just have to go tonight, And the guy totally chilled out, stopped, didn't do anything. I thought he was going to swing, nothing. So he's standing at the front of the bar, and I get over there, and I'm like, okay, you got to sign your tab. And he's like, again, fuck you. So I go, oh, that's cool. I'll sign it, and I'll give myself a big fat tip, too. Thanks a lot. And he, right when I said that, he rushes. So I mean, I've told you this on the podcast before. I trained a lot, and it just so happened to be during a training phase of my life. I was in the gym 24/7. So I front kicked this dude in the chest so hard,
Spartan kick,
Okay.
for
so
sure.
hard that he flew out of the door to where the parking is, and those little parking cement bricks
Yeah.
in the front of them. He tripped over one, hit the back of his head on the ground so hard. I was like, that's it. I'm going to jail. I'm done. There's no way. I mean, because it was loud. It was a loud
that was your
smacking
instincts that
sound.
kicked in.
Yeah, and the guy, luckily for me, like he was like a little bit dazed, but he stood up, and I was like, okay, he's not dead.
Still alive.
He's not dead.
But I was like, I'm going to get in trouble. Like, something's going to happen. He's going to go to the hospital tonight or something. And next day, I'm going to get in trouble. Lo and behold, this guy shows up the next day, and I'm thinking, oh, shit, here we go. He begged me for my forgiveness, gave me $100 tip, and just felt awful. And I was like,
Wow.
bro, I kicked you in the chest so hard. I thought you died. I was like, all right. I was shocked. It was the one and only time that I didn't, like, get any grief for getting into something physical at a
You
bar.
learned a lesson.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Yeah,
good. I
yeah,
mean,
he was knocked down drunk, so he probably didn't even remember half of the altercation, or maybe even remember getting kicked and hit in the back of his head like that. But that's the only thing I would say about this industry is a little rough, is that's a little scary. Something like that can end your whole life. Like I could have gone, if something would have happened to the guy, I could have gone to jail for a long time for something like that.
But I've seen a lot of situations like that, and from my experience, most times when people get too drunk, they do something stupid. The next day or the next week they come back, they always apologetic.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I'm sorry, my bad.
We have a lot of
what I mean?
people coming in with regrets the
That's
next
true.
day or the
is
following
true.
day that feel bad about what they did.
Or you create a lifelong enemy. I've seen that too.
Yeah, that happens too.
That happens.
So,
But that's more rare.
but
Usually
this
people
dude
come
was like a
back in
blue
and they feel
collar,
bad.
like he. I know he knew he screwed up and he just came and apologized, which was cool. But I mean, I really did feel awful, and that's why I don't usually get into physical altercations. I let somebody else take care of it, And now that I own the bar, I always have to get involved, which I hate. But I have a little trick now. It works. It seems to work. Let me, just talk to you outside real quick, and I just get you outside. Okay, have a nice night.
Lock the door.
That's it, and try not to get into any physicals because it's just not worth it out here anymore.
It's not. 100%.
But all right, that's all our bar stories. Okay, so now that we've told all of our cool bar stories,
I got a million of them, by the way.
I know we have a lot, and we could go all day. I know that's why we created the shows, because we can go all day.
I got
go
a
all
million.
damn day with stories.
Longer, for
But
sure.
I'm just saying, like, my bar stories is gonna get kind of
Long.
X-rated.
Oh no, that's fine too. I got X-rated ones too. Well,
You know what?
Talk
You might
about
not
my
even
worst.
want to sit in this stool.
I just want you to know, after hours at Rubens was
This bar's
on
been
and
pretty
cracking.
X-rated.
It was down to like topless bartenders and everything. But we'll get into that later.
I go
On this
deep-
episode,
I go deeper than that.
No spot is safe in this
I
bar,
go deeper.
just in case anyone wants to know.
I go
We've
deep.
pressure washed.
I was
but
just starting.
No spot is
It's
safe.
deep.
I'm just saying, Mike. Like,
I hear you. But every episode here on Real Bar Talk, we are going to make up rules. And so what the thought behind this idea of the segment was to create so many rules that someday we put out a book from the show that's stating all the rules of being in a bar. Because there are some, right? There's always some really cool ones. So we are going to make up one bar rule for here. We'll write them down, and we'll start keeping track of them. But each of you guys are going to come up with a bar rule. Mike, I'm going to have you go first. So what's your bar rule of today?
I had a bar rule that I was going to say, and I was talking to my friend yesterday about the segment and about this, and I said the rule, and she immediately was like, "Hey, is that about so-and-so?" And I was like,
Oh, she knew.
right, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn. I said, no, it can apply to her, but it wasn't really directed at her. Like, I didn't come here with it. So now it's like, damn, should I change my rule?
No, give it. Let's hear it.
Yeah,
we
let's
got
hear
to
it.
be real, right?
Yeah, no, be real.
Okay, we got to be real. Fuck it. We got to be real.
Maybe she'll learn something
So-
from this, whoever you are.
No, my real, and I've seen this for years. Only because I'm gonna give y'all just a little snippet of it. I was in the lifestyle, the swingers lifestyle, in one of my
Oh, like
previous.
the
nights.
upside down pineapple lifestyle?
No,
I know-
he
I
said
know.
swingers.
I said swingers lifestyle.
That's an upside down pineapple, right?
No, swingers is like they, swing, babe. Like
Right.
they have multiple people in their
You're getting a little
relationship.
excited right
yeah,
now.
I thought that was like
What's
the
upside down
symbol.
pineapple?
I know,
I'm so
what the
Like
fuck
if
is
you put
upside-
a pineapple, like an upside down pineapple outside your house, like it's like.
Oh, that
showing
means you're a
people that you're
swinger?
And
I
then
never
it's-
knew
There-
that.
No,
Other swingers
they
can
have
find
some.
That's a
Some
thing?
swingers have little
Little codes?
things, like so when
Okay.
you walk by the house, because you got to know what house you're going to, right?
Right.
But
I
I was
guess.
in that lifestyle. But we could talk about this later. But there's a misconception about that as well. Like, I wasn't one of those swinger couples where we fucked everybody. Like, it wasn't. It's like really the LGBT community. Like, there's different
yeah.
levels to it, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyway, so
Okay, wait, hold on.
this
This just
motherfucker
makes
just
so
put
no wait. This makes so much
upside
sense.
down
Hold on.
fucking Bama.
Pause. The other day, somebody randomly, none of it that was here, was like, Mike, what's up with the pineapple? And it's upside down. Are you trying to say something with that? And I was like, what do you mean? I was so lost. They're like, you know what that means? And they were trying to explain it, and now I know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
After I talked to this person, I still didn't know what they were talking about. Because they kind of like cut off, like, oh, you don't know? Never mind, forget it.
so-
But now I know. That's
That's
freaking hilarious.
Okay,
Okay.
so what's the rule?
So my rule is, if you're going to have, and we've all had them at bars, if you're gonna have one night stands with a regular or just anybody here that frequents the bar, take your emotions and your feelings out of it and don't bring it into the bar because it makes everybody else around you uncomfortable.
That's a very good
everybody
rule.
fucking
So like
knows.
no fights, like no scenes, no.
No, not even that. Just
Just
like
have
your
sex and let it
feelings.
go.
So if you
You can't like make a rule for other people to turn off their feelings, though.
No, you can.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you
100%.
can't.
You can.
No, 100%.
But
Totally wrong.
then don't fucking have
You
the
can't
one night
tell
stand.
people don't feel that.
No, no. He's right. He's right.
I'm 100%
Fucking
right.
feel. Fucking feel, y'all. Fucking
Oh
feel.
shit.
No, you can feel all
No.
day. You can feel all day, but
Yeah,
accept the
don't bring
consequences
it-
of what you're doing.
No, what I'm saying is don't bring it here because it
Okay,
makes
yeah,
everybody
That's what I'm saying,
uncomfortable.
like, don't make a scene about it, or don't make
Yeah.
it like obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
not,
you
not
can
even
have
no,
feelings
not
about
even
it.
not even a scene though. But like even like your emotions, like people can tell. So if you just sitting there and just mad and shit like to yourself, like it just makes everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're just creating that energy in the bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
the energy is like
so
duh.
no bad juju. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm an
Okay.
energy succubus, so I can always tell.
Oh, I can feel
Annoying.
the energy, 100%. I'm
It's
so
annoying.
in tune with my
I
energy.
got you.
Yeah.
It is hard to say like have a one night stand, and like some people are just not built for it, and that's why
It's
I say
not.
just don't do it if you're gonna freak out about it. But understand what you're getting into. I always tell people that understand what you're getting into
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
If you have a one night stand and for the person that's doing it too, both parties, be clear about that. Say, hey,
Right.
this is just a one time thing. I'm not looking
Yes.
for anything. And then if it happens, then it's not okay to be weird about it.
And
in
see,
public.
I've
Sorry.
learned that because in the lifestyle, because you're married, sex is just sex. Like
Yeah.
you can't have feelings and emotions involved.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
had this
And-
talk before.
And most people don't know how to do that. Like I used to be a host couple at a club, a sex club, and I used to like give tours and like had to tell people, and I would tell them, hey, you know what, this ain't for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because you were going to cause drama in here, and that's something that they just don't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because
I don't-
people, a lot
I
of
don't know
people,
how I would
but
deal
you know
with
what?
that
A lot
situation,
of
though.
a lot
Like,
of people
knowing me.
try. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people try it because they think it's gonna fix their relationship. But it's like, no, this is not the thing to fix their
No, it always
relationship.
does
That
the
is not
opposite.
the thing.
It does
It's
the
the
opposite.
end.
But
Usually.
people don't think that way.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to spice it up. That's
Right,
why.
right.
Well,
but
and it's
that
not
just
always-
Try
don't
some
work.
Kama Sutra.
It's not always that
Leave
too.
peop-
It's somebody
leave
gets in
people out of
trouble.
it.
It's somebody gets in trouble in the relationship, and they're like, "Well,
Hey,
you know,
man.
I've seen a lot of passes lately. Like a couple's like, okay, you know what? I got you cheating. Let's stay together, and I'll give you a pass. Well,
Right.
that pass
Yeah.
turns into all the time type of thing,
Or,
and then
or
you
the
can't stop it.
threesome becomes a twosome behind the other person's
Yeah.
back.
Right,
I've seen that happen
right.
a few times.
I
too.
actually did that.
Yeah,
I got a million stories about that. Like we can do a whole fucking week segment on that one.
yeah. See, and that's why I said like
Real bar
I don't.
talk with a little segment.
but-
Wiki.
I've had some situations in this bar way back in the beginning where I realized that shit ruins relationships. So as much as I think I could do it, like I've always said this, that I think I think I could have an emotional sex. I do. I've always thought that. So, but the thing is though, here's the backwards part to it.
Okay.
Though I think I can have unemotional sex, I'm also I'm too jealous to let my partner do it. And so it's not fair. So if it's not fair for them, if they can't do it, then I shouldn't do it. So that's why I choose not to. But like I said, I don't know why I'm like that. Like why I'm like, oh yeah, I can have unemotional sex. If you were like, let's just say you're unhealthy or something isn't vibing there, I could do that and come back to my relationship and be happy. But the thought of my significant doing it, it would drive me nuts.
We're the opposite.
It would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That
How
shit.
so?
Hey,
Hold on.
That turns me. That turns me to fuck
How are
off.
we the opposite?
That
You'd be
turns
okay
me
with it?
on.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. I'd be totally cool with it.
This about to be.
If
this about to
something
be a therapy
happened or
thing.
whatever, I'd be like, go get the rocks off
What the
as
fuck
long
did
as
I
you bring
start?
back some Jack in the Box.
Wow.
Hey,
Did you hear
hey,
that? She said, get your rocks off
I
as long as she
did.
gets Jack in the Box.
I
Jesus.
feel like I'm a lot more unemotionally attached to sex than probably most females are.
No.
I mean, so for sure. Yeah,
No, I'm
Bring me
saying,
back
like,
food.
that shit turns
Don't
me
forget
on,
about
actually.
me.
That shit turns
But
me
yeah,
on.
If that had to happen for some reason, I'd allow it. Yeah.
I actually like.
You guys heard this. This is on recording. She'd allow
and
it.
I'm not. Don't fucking call me tomorrow and tell me, "Hey, Mike, take that shit out. Don't put this shit up because it's not gonna happen."
I don't give a
She
shit.
said it. Everybody heard it.
Just don't show this
But-
episode to my mom.
Oh damn.
She's going to watch.
But hold on, I want to make a couple of points here. One, I was the type of dude that shit turned me on. When we got home after the parties, I would make her just like give me details.
Oh, like you are watching her with somebody else, or her being with somebody else?
Like then we got home and I fucked shit out of her.
He has that rule too.
Just
That's
tell
a
me
rule?
what you liked about it. Like I'm fucking the shit out of her.
Yeah, he has that rule.
But anyway,
Yeah.
the biggest misconception that I've saw in the lifestyle, I was in it for like 10 years, is when guys, and I had a few friends that tested this theory. They'd be like, oh, I'll go in there and I'll do this to that, I'll do this and that. Let me tell you something. Dudes be talking so much shit, right? I invited a couple of my boys like to these parties, and when I tell you, when we got there and it was time to do some shit.
Little Vienna sausages.
Exactly.
Little
Making up all
weenies.
kind of excuses. Oh man, it's hot in here.
saw
Or
your
just blah,
face,
blah.
DJ.
No, it's like, no. You just
Yeah,
can't
because you
handle
have to
the pressure.
be like I'll be honest. That's another thing too. Like swinger parties, that type of thing. Like,
No, you gotta be
You never see
comfortable
me at
with
something like
people
that for
around
this
you.
reason. I am too straight up, too insecure
Oh, fuck
to get
that.
like that in front of a bunch of people. It has to be. It has to be an intimate experience with the person I'm with, and it's like behind. It's a secret place. I don't want everybody to be involved in that secret
mean,
place.
but that's
If you've
cool.
been there with me, that's great.
Mike puts
That's between
pussy on
us.
a pedestal.
I do put pussy on a pedestal.
But see, I'm like that too.
I can't help it.
I'm with my girl. Like I haven't been in it in years. Like I did it. I enjoyed it. Like that's not something I'm into. Like if someone would come to me now and be like, "You want to go do it?" If I'm single, I'll do it. But if I'm in a relationship with somebody that don't want to do it, I won't do it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so your rule is not to act weird if a
After
one night
you've
stand
had a
happens.
hookup, don't be bringing
Yeah, don't
in
be.
your
Take all the
negative
emotions
energy.
and feelings out of
We got to
this
write
shit.
that one down in a short, like, because they got to be short in the book. Anyways, we'll go
We'll
on.
figure
We'll,
it out.
we'll,
Yeah,
we'll figure that one out.
Cool.
Okay,
What's
JP,
yours,
tell us
JP?
your rule.
Okay, my rule, it should be everywhere, is do not interrupt your bartender when she's talking to or serving somebody else.
I hate that.
Be a big boy or a big girl and wait your fucking turn.
Exactly.
If I drop what I was doing every single time someone went or snapped their
Oh,
fingers
dude,
at
snap
me,
your fingers at
nothing
me.
would ever get done. I see you. I scan the whole bar. I see you walk in. I usually acknowledge everybody as they walk in. If I see you, I'm acknowledging you in some way, shape, form. I got you. If I'm serving somebody, wait your turn.
Okay.
That's it.
Can I just jump on this too for a second? Because this one, obviously, I bartend a lot right now, right? This one drives me nuts. So I want to explain to everybody, not all bartenders are equals for sure. Not all people are, like amazing behind the bar. That's fine. But for me specifically, like I scan everybody and you get into like anything else, you get into a rotation, you get into your turn. So just wait your turn. Like I got you, trust me. You may be fourth. There may be I may have watched 3 other people come to the bar and try to get a drink first. So I'm going to get those 3. Then you're fourth. Just wait your turn. I know why people are so much like this though, because when the bar fills up, they're just trying to get in.
Yeah, they're
because maybe
afraid
they
they're
feel like
not
they're
gonna
going to
get
get
a
missed, or they don't want to wait a long time for their drink, whatever it is. And there's certain bars that are so packed. I see that being the case. But if you're at a good bar with good moving bartenders, like we're not going to miss you. You don't have to. You don't have to
You're not
yell.
gonna be
And just because you
waiting
yell
10
my name,
minutes
I guess you got to know the bartender.
yeah.
Because I know there's a couple of bartenders, and maybe they was just new or whatever, and they
A little slower.
No, they just forgot. Like I said,
That
they
can happen.
forgot.
I forget.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I guess you got to kind of know your bartender.
Yeah, and
that's a great
and
rule,
being
though.
reminded is fine. It's another thing if someone's going like this, like Mike, and they watch me.
kinda
I got
like
my
what I
hand.
do.
I got my hand full of drinks. I'm like, this is it, and I
No,
know I know you guys have all seen this look on my face like this.
If somebody is having a conversation with you, and
This is me.
This happens sometimes also
Right.
that like a patron is like trying to, you're busy and you're trying to rush and you're trying to get stuff done and people want to talk to you and you're trying to be polite, because you have too much, to do to stop and have a 5-minute conversation. But put your hand up or something, or, put your money out, or this railing on this side of the bar, that's for you. Put your drink on that side of the bar.
That means
And-
I'm done,
Yeah,
or
that
give me
want a new
another
one.
Yeah.
that you want another one. And
Yeah,
we
if you-
see that. We'll grab that for you.
if you
someone
leave
is
your
trying
drink
to
empty
order-
here, I'll just grab it. But if you leave it there, that usually means you want a new drink.
If someone is ordering food and I have someone, which this happens all the time, someone's trying to tell me what they want, they're giving me their drink or their food order, and literally someone will come up as that other person is ordering and speaking, and they will interrupt that person as they're ordering. I'm like, dude, you don't want that shit happening to you. Don't walk up to somebody else when it's their turn and you start telling me what you want, Like,
Do you remember we had the KJ?
Now,
We had
now
the
I want to
KJ?
make sure
We had
I
a
don't
KJ that
serve
did
you
this.
for a minute.
Had a KJ do this. I'm ordering a drink, and he would come up this way, do.
Yeah, I'm like,
Bro, go back to your KJ booth. I'll get you a damn drink when I want to. But you know what's so funny too is about 10 years ago, my best friend showed me a YouTube series that was called The Asshole Bartender. Go watch that shit. It's so funny. It shows all the different scenarios of like when a bartender should be mean, and they're all like stuff like this, like someone come up and clicking their fingers, or like tapping the top of the bar or whatever. Like it shows the interaction, how a bartender should really react. We don't really do that, but it just reminded me of like Dick's Last Resort type of thing. So sometimes I know a lot of people that if you're listening and you come to the bar with me, I'll always tell you no. I always like, oh, can I get a water? No. Sorry.
86 water.
No, we don't serve water. And then I'll like take the Coke gun. I'll be like, here, or open your mouth. And they'll be like it's shocking at first, but they think it's funny. Like it's me messing around just because, you got patrons messing with you.
You can usually read who you're able to do that with. Though.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
Okay, so your rule is don't interrupt.
That's a great rule.
Yeah.
It is a good rule.
Yeah, that's good.
It is a good rule. And now we'll go to the last. I left my rule as the last rule for a reason, because it's probably the most important one. It's the reason why I want to say the one first. I have witnessed so many fights, arguments, real fist fights with this one. So my rule is no politics and no religion. And let me just tell you,
Absolutely.
with saying that is a worldwide bar rule anywhere you go,
Everybody
right?
knows
That is also a rule on this show.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about no politics or religion. It always gets people in fights. Look, if you believe something, that's on you. You believe whatever you believe, politics and religion-wise, that's on you. Keep that to yourself. Yep. Don't start talking about while you're drunk, because you're more amped to get amped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Never
it's going to
turns
always
out
start a
good.
fight.
Right.
So that's my big bar rule. Like, just no politics, no religion.
That's the number one rule.
Number one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of like a universal rule.
Yeah, that
like,
one you don't even talk about much. It's
Yeah.
pretty spot on. You just don't do that. I've seen too many fights.
Leave it at home. Leave it with
Yeah.
your friends or family.
Yeah. That never works out.
How much time are we at? We good?
Got about 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. You want to tell another bar story?
You want to watch story?
Ooh, I had something I wanted to do on this first show, and I didn't put it on the segment because I wasn't sure if we'd have enough time when I was doing all the time stuff. I didn't know how fast everything would move. So we brought, obviously, some guests out, right? So we should get some quick little, I don't know, guest interaction thoughts.
Okay.
All right.
I'm with it.
Hey, Missy, come down closer. Come down this way. Raylyn, come down this way. Raylyn is our beautiful bartender behind
Hi,
the bar
Raylyn.
tonight.
Hey, Raylyn.
You don't have to come on camera. You could stay right there. Missy, you don't have to come on camera. Just come down here. We're going to get some verbiage here. So, real quick, tell me the quickest, funniest bar story you got.
Well, no, they got to get on. You got to give them on.
You guys
like,
put her on the spot.
Yeah.
Look here. I can even turn the mic to you. You ready? You ready? Come on. Just tell me your funniest bar story. Ready? Go.
Well, the only one I can tell you is
Ready,
when
set, go.
Bama threw some guy out for me because he wouldn't get out. And Bama's, 6 feet tall, 150 pounds. This guy was probably an inch or two taller than him and way heavier than him. And he literally picked this guy up off the bar stool. And next thing I know, because my back was turned for a second, I hear this stomp, 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 stomp. Bama had this guy back behind, and was pushing him out the door because it was well after 2 o'clock and the guy just wouldn't leave.
He was trying to stay the night.
Yeah, so it was funny.
I have to say, now that you brought up Bama, we'll go ahead and talk about Bama for a second.
Yeah, let's talk
Bama.
about
So,
that.
so all
Bama Lama
bars,
Ding Dong.
all bars, every single bar in the world needs a Bama. I'm just saying.
Everybody
And
needs a Bama.
I'll tell you why. Because Bama is always the first person to help you clean, fix up, stock, whatever bar needs you need, right? But
True
then on
that.
top of that, if anything breaks out, he is literally first in
I see
line.
that. I see that.
To make sure it's taken care of. That's why you got to have a Bama. Love that guy.
And from a customer perspective, I believe like Bama has like this energy that every bar needs.
It's a Bama party.
It is like he has this energy. Like I
Bama
said,
parties
I'm-
don't stop.
I'm so into energy, and I can walk into a room and just feel energy. But every time I see Bama, my energy goes up because I know he's just gonna always bring it.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yep. Bama's got that energy.
We love you, Bam.
I
Bama
can't tell
gonna
you how
cry
many
right
people
now.
I've
Bam,
thrown
Bam.
out of here with Bama. And even just recently, I just bought the bar, and there was a guy sitting here, and I was like, okay, it's time for you to go. He said, no. What are you going to do about it? And I looked at Bam, and Bam was like, and then so I got over here. I was like, hey, get up out of your chair and go. And he's like, no. And he turned around, put his thing, and I literally picked him up from both of his armpits, basically, and Bama grabbed his feet for me. And I thought that was nice. It was nice of him.
You guys are
That
little
was very
pals,
nice.
You know?
Yeah. Help me get him out real quick. Yeah. That wasn't even that long ago. It was hilarious.
Hey, Missy's here. Missy, you got a good bar story?
Tell us your funniest quick bar story. Ready, set, go.
I gotta say, it was the time I went on a date and I brought them here. And within 2 minutes of me saying hello to everybody, he got so fucking drunk, he passed out outside, pissed himself 3 times,
Wow.
and tried to get laid because I was nice enough to let him crash on my couch in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah,
He tried to get laid with pissy pants.
with piss pants.
Hey, at least he was confident.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
very
"So
confident,
good."
right?
He's like, yeah,
Wow.
So
All right.
why are you being so mean? Yeah.
The audacity of some people.
Did he remember peeing his pants?
I told him in the morning.
Did you let him sleep on your couch with pee pants?
Oh my God.
I just want to know.
I put on
Okay, good.
like
Yeah, you should have put down plastics.
Just in case.
he was passed out.
That's
and I felt bad
hilarious.
If I left him passed out outside,
No, for sure. You made a nice choice. Yeah.
yeah, we tried to find his wallet. Bama actually helped me try to find his wallet. But
Wait, did you go on a second date? Was there a second date?
I tried to get him to pay for my car.
You tried to pay for it?
Yeah, he pissed in my car, so I tried to get him to pay for like cleaning.
The cleaning it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it.
No, he ended up getting drunk and trying to invite me to a hotel and pissing off the servers at
Damn, he's persistent.
a sushi bar that we went to.
So wait, what? This was a second date. So there was a second date.
So you gave Pissy Pants a second date? We're going to have
Good
a
old
talk.
pissy
Missy.
pants. I want to get his name when
No,
this is done.
yeah, well, yeah. That's on
I
the
wanna
side.
know.
Side note. We don't bring up no names.
No, we're
Yeah.
not bringing up.
We
no
probably
names.
know who it
Later,
is.
later, you and me.
Oh, wow.
I have a
Microphone.
feeling I know who it is. That's not good.
Hilarious. I need to know.
No,
I need to know.
no, we don't know. I was gonna have Brittany tell a story, but we got to save her because she's gonna be on the episode soon, and now she's got an idea. So
Got an idea? You don't want to share your idea? Why are you whispering? You got a bar.
you can talk loud. It's
I mean,
okay.
talk loud.
I'm gonna save mine. I got some good ones.
Oh, she got
Okay.
some good ones. Oh my God.
I'm sitting here looking at our poster board for the episode, and just ideas run through my mind for the next show coming up. Like I've got some funny beer goggle stories. So I was reading this. I was like, this is pretty funny.
Oh, I can't wait for the beer goggle stories.
Beer
Yeah.
goggles.
Yes.
There was one on here I wanted to bring up. Where is it at? Well, okay,
The 5
so
second
real quick,
rule?
We'll bring up some sports talk real quick. I'm excited about football. Give me your ideas on who you think's going to win the Super Bowl.
Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, I don't even like you
Never
anymore.
mind.
I
Show's
don't even want to
over.
talk to you anymore.
Goodbye, everybody.
First of all, I control the board here.
We're done.
JP, who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
Anyone but the Cowboys or
Anybody
the
but the
Raiders.
Cowboys, that's cool.
They're not even in the running. But
Wait
yeah,
a minute.
Anybody
So wait,
but
what's your story? Okay, this is about to go over. Who's your team?
Michael?
What?
Michael? You talk. I'm not talking to him now.
We're a Green Bay
You're not
Packer
talking to me?
No,
No,
we're
no, I
we're
already
a
built a
Packers.
wall. I
We're a
already built
Packer
a wall.
family.
Dude, once y'all lost Aaron Rodgers, y'all was done.
We made it to the
Okay.
playoffs.
Yeah.
We're in.
You're in the playoffs, right?
We're in the playoffs.
We're in the playoffs.
Jordan Love made it for us, man. He
And
really
we're-
did play
we
good.
are, We are major fantasy football players also.
Yeah, we are. But if she liked another team, she'd like the 49ers, then guess what? Both teams are in the running. So JP for the win. Even
JP
though
for
I
the
hate
It ain't no JP for the win. What
I
you
hate
talking
the
about?
I hate the 49ers too.
I could
you know
see
what's so
you're mad,
funny?
but I also don't care.
Don't get mad at me when I say
I'm
this.
not
but
mad.
49er fans,
I'm not mad.
49er fans and Cowboy fans are my least favorite. And I don't hate you. That's not what I mean. I just mean you guys are usually delusional. Like your guys' fan base is so funny. Haven't won a Super Bowl for like 20 or 30 years, but act like you're the best team
Wait,
of
who?
all time. It drives
Who?
me nuts.
Who?
Cowboy fans and 49er fans. 49er fans are called whiners for a reason, and Cowboy
We're not.
fans are even worse. Even worse. Delusional. Like, bro,
First-
you haven't won a Super Bowl since 95. Your team's
I
not
can
going
tell
this
by the
year.
look on
Stop
his
it.
face that he's not happy about anything you're saying right
I
now.
am not.
I know there's
So-
a Cowboy fan out there ready
So
to shoot
you
me.
guys are barely a 500 team. You're not going nowhere. Let's just talk facts
Are we
right
a
now and
500?
numbers. Hold on.
we made
Are
it
we
to
a
the playoffs.
500
Wait. Yes, you are. I'm looking at
Okay.
this. I'm looking at the stats right now.
Thank you.
First of all, have you guys ever heard the expression "men lie, women lie, numbers don't"?
Right.
So let's talk numbers. You are barely a
This
500
is
team.
this is
pointing at
wait
me?
hold on
Because-
hold on
because you-
pause.
you said you do it.
Jay, sure, you better
wait,
get that
wait.
sausage finger out of my face.
Hey,
Our
Mike.
team
Mike,
is a 700 team.
Mike,
Let's
pause for
talk
a second.
facts
Pause
and
for a
numbers.
second. Pause for a second.
Okay, what?
That is the biggest problem with you guys as fans. You think because you guys played some weaker teams and you have a little bit better record that your team is better. That's not how football works, sir. When your team chokes like they always do in the playoffs, don't come back to me crying.
I will give
all
you
right?
this. We suck in December.
Always.
Well,
Always.
That's
Why
what
is
I'm.
that?
But
That's because when you play the tougher NFC teams that you haven't been playing all year for
But
your
this
division.
is our year though. I guarantee you. I put money on it. I'll put
Okay.
money. I'll bet you guys. We
Okay.
can have a.
I think it's going to be a weird team this
I
year.
feel
can
like
have-
we should make a bet then.
Look,
we should.
Green Bay has a rookie quarterback at the helm, and
I
they
can't
did
even
they,
believe
they
that
did
could-
they did really good towards the end. He looked really good, but they had a tough schedule
Who's your
and they
quarterback?
lost
Who's your
games
quarterback?
barely.
Who's your
Aaron,
quarterback?
Aaron Love is the new.
What year is he in?
This is his third season on the team.
Yeah, he's not going to make it.
But it's year one. It's year one for him starting.
Oh, he's definitely not making
No,
it.
that's why. No, listen. Green Bay has
No,
hold
think
on.
about
Green
it.
Bay
What-
has 30 plus years of historic great quarterbacks because they know how to
yes.
coach a
Hold
quarterback
on.
into that starting
think,
role.
Think about what you said. They do historically. They do right.
Right.
But not in their first year.
Yeah, but look at
It's gonna take
Let me
you
tell you
guys
this:
a few
he
years to
beat
get there.
he beat Aaron Rodgers' stats his first year. He broke those stats records, so he's having a good first year, is what I'm trying to say. And they still made it to the playoffs, and they're still above 500. And they did go on a late run to
Barely
catch up.
about 500.
No, but what I'm saying is, all the games they did lose, there was no blowouts. They were all within a few points, so they were right there. They just were missing
You do
stuff.
know,
You know
regular
that
season and
We're
playoffs
gonna
is
need a
different.
whole
Different.
separate segment.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's
Just
why
to
I'm
talk
hoping
about
they play good in the
sports
playoffs
when it
because
comes to
sometimes a young team like they are will show up in the playoffs. So that's why. Look, I'm not saying they're going to win it. I said that all year that we're going to have a little
She
bit
kinda
rougher
said
of a
that.
year. That's fine.
You kind of applied that they was going to win it.
I don't know.
I don't think.
Wait
they
a minute,
are.
don't back-
I think
don't
it's going to be.
backtrack
I
now.
think it's going to be a
Don't-
weird
wait,
team.
wait,
I
wait,
think.
wait, wait.
I think it's going to be
Is
a
this
weird
real
team.
bar talk
Wait,
or real ball talk right
no,
now?
wait.
What
wait,
show am
wait,
I on?
Time
What
out,
show
time
am I
out,
on?
time
This
out.
is real sports
No,
talk.
time out. Because both of y'all just gave me shit when I said Dallas Cowboys. Now
'Cause we
y'all
have to.
backtracking. Now y'all
Everybody does that.
backtracking.
Come on,
I'm not
everybody does
y'all
that.
backtracking now.
I'm not backtracking. I never said
Are
that
they
Green
going
Bay
to
was
win?
going to win. I just said
I'm saying my team going to win.
but they're not.
I put money on it right now.
All right. I think they're going to lose to the Eagles. I think the
We just
Eagles
beat
are
the Eagles.
I think it doesn't
We
matter.
just beat the
Playoffs
Eagles.
are different. You just said
They are. They are.
They are
But
different.
I guarantee you we're going to still win.
Look, this is what I was going to get at. There are some teams this year that have played really good that I think are going to play good in the playoffs, and I'll name them. And I think these are the teams that you're going to see
you
get
even
close to the
watch
Super Bowl.
sports?
I'm a diehard fan.
Okay.
So, and just so you know, I'm a diehard athlete. I grew up playing sports
No,
my
me
whole
too.
life. So, but what I think is going to happen, I think, funny enough, Cleveland has the best defense in the game, and they are doing some things. I think
defense is
you're
pretty
going to
hot
see
right now.
Cleveland maybe in the Super Bowl. You might see the Ravens, and Kansas City's always in it. And then, like I said, 49ers were supposed to do good this year, but they kind of de-escalated
They did,
towards
they
the
did.
end of the season.
I,
So
I actually thought they was going to be in it this year. But
I did
they,
too.
They did. They're kind of going downhill.
They're kinda going
The
downhill.
Chiefs is going downhill too. I don't think they're going to be. In
I
it.
think the Chiefs are going to wake up in the playoffs. I'm just saying you can't count them out. It's like they're like the new Patriots. They're one of those teams that when you hit the playoffs, you just don't know what's going to happen. I think Patrick Mahomes is real. He's legit. And I think he's going to pick it up in the playoffs. So it's just hard to say.
I think the Ravens is going to be there.
Everybody that I've asked who's going to win says the Ravens.
I think
And
the
that's why I
Ravens
don't
will
think
be
they're going to win. And I like them. I like what
You think
they
they're gonna choke?
represent. I think they're going to have a hard team because they lost
They
to
got a dope
team in their
defense.
division that I think is going to give them a really
Problem.
tough run. Yeah. But
But
anyways,
their defense is incredible.
yeah.
They got a great defense.
Yep. Them, the 49ers and Cleveland have the
49ers
best
had a
defense.
pretty good defense.
The 49ers always have a really good defense too. So,
Okay.
I'm interested. I'm excited. And I'm excited my team made the playoffs. That's what I was trying to get at.
I am too.
I didn't think they were going to make it this year. And they at least made the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they'll do, but I'm hoping they do well. As always root for my team. But yeah, that's my sports. That's sports. That's it. That's all we got for today.
Okay. All right.
So
All right. Let's end it with
let's end it with a cheers.
well no well, let's end it with what's going on and
Are
what's
we
on
gonna
the
have like a theme
schedule
song eventually,
for
or what?
He has some music. You didn't know? She wasn't on when we were
No.
introduced.
But
her,
I
so she didn't
I
know.
played it while you were walking up.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
Wow.
Well, that is the end of our first
But
episode.
wait, let's-
Coming up, we got some great topics, some great stories, some great guests. Who do we got on the docket for next episode?
UK Roy's coming up next Monday.
UK
I
Roy
love
is my
Roy.
boy.
UK
That's my
Roy,
boy
yeah.
right
He's
there.
the best egg.
Yeah.
Bro, he is the oldest, hottest man. He is our Sean Connery.
Yes.
He's our Sean Connery of the bar. He's got
Yeah. He
that
is.
voice that all women love.
He sounds like Michael Bolton when he sings. Everyone loves it.
Yeah. And
We're
I
gonna
swear,
have
he's
fun
got
with him.
all the girls surrounding him. I don't know how he does it. I want to be Roy when I get older.
I want you to be Roy when you get older.
Yeah. I'm never going to talk like that. Yeah, have you ever heard my English accent?
Yeah.
It's not
But
great.
What's
Not great.
What's coming
Hello.
up?
No, I was going to say hello, mate. And see, that's already off. You bloody. No.
What's
No.
coming up?
It's
What's
bad.
coming
Bama
up?
said it's bad.
What's coming up at Alchemy Row? What's some events coming up?
Some events.
Yeah.
Well,
We gotta talk about our sponsor. What's coming up?
oh, man. Well, just so you
got
know,
some
here at
bands.
Alchemy Row, we have obviously karaoke every
Yeah.
single night.
This is amazing.
uh,
By
we
the way,
got-
wait. Can I say something? You are fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I always heard you can sing, and I finally heard you sing on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
you sang it.
Okay.
You
I
sang
believe
it
it.
up.
You forgot?
Yeah.
What, you-
yeah.
You thought he
Remember,
was
'cause
lying?
Mike was
Yeah.
doing the cup thing.
Oh, the cup
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Yeah. That
That's
shit
our-
was, that was
that's
cute,
our
by the
song.
way.
That was fun.
That was cute.
Yeah.
But you can sing.
The other
Thank
night, me and Sade and JP did it, and
Yeah. Mike dropped the cut.
Actually, let me talk about that because that is a segment on this show.
What?
The cup song.
The cup song.
So
Okay.
the cup song started as not a song; it started as a drinking game. And that little
yeah,
beat
yeah.
that you do, one person started it, the next person went, and you had to go on beat, and then
Yeah.
whoever messed the beat up took a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And so before you know it, you were drunk as shit. And that was
Pitch
Shit.
Perfect.
This
made
was a
it
game-
Famous.
We got to
Listen,
do that. We got to do
This
that.
was a game I played for 10 years before the cup song came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then the cup song dropped. And then I was like, it's so funny, all these new people learning it. I was like, bro, I've been playing this stupid game forever. And the old game, you had the cups, the person you were playing, they were diagonal. Okay, and every time you moved the cups, you switched
The
cups.
person crossed
So
it.
it messed you up. So there's a lot of mess ups, a lot of drinking. That was the whole thing. So it's cool they turned it into a song, and now I do it. And like the whole goal is to get faster. So at some point, me and my buddy Jake, who used to play it all the time, we would be like really fast till someone threw the cup because
We
someone
had
would
an
always throw the cup.
entire bar.
Oh yeah,
one
we did.
time.
Really?
Dude,
we
Yeah, we
it
had
on video. I
11.
know
We had
it's out there
11 to
somewhere,
13
but yeah.
people all at the bar doing
in a
that
row
song,
doing
and
it.
it was cool.
That was dope.
It was
That's
so.
dope.
It was
That's why I
really
always
cool.
try to get people to learn it.
Yeah.
Sade is the last person I know that's still around that knows it. So that's why we both did it the other day. It was
I
it was
told
way
you
cool.
that bottle is hard to open.
You got to wiggle it
Because
You gotta wiggle it.
nobody's supposed to be drinking that but us.
So, anyways, back to events here. We have something
Yes.
going on every night of the week. We always do have karaoke, and then when you start to hit the weekends, we have a band play from 8 to 10, usually on Saturdays, and then once a month we have Brittany coming with her comedy crew.
Yes.
and that is my favorite, by the way. It's so fun. But yeah, we're
That's my
always
favorite.
working on.
Everyone's excited about
That's
it.
my girl.
We're always working on different events, new events, and we've had a video game crew come in here and have a game night. We've done all kinds of things. We play bowling in the middle of the bar, so come out, check it out. Our food is amazing, bar atmosphere is amazing, and we always got something fun to do.
Bartenders are amazing.
Yes, we have a great.
Yeah.
We have a
We
great,
do.
great,
We do.
great.
The
group
cooks
here.
are amazing.
Yes.
The
So-
cooks, the whole gang is.
Yeah.
We have a really good group.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, stay tuned. Come check us out, and welcome to our first episode ever. I can't wait for the next one.
Yes. And thank you, JP, for stopping
You're
by.
welcome.
And,
It's fun.
We're gonna have
this is
JP
my
on
first-
more than once.
Yeah, this is my first
Oh.
podcast.
This is her first podcast ever. We just broke her podcast cherry.
Wow. Woo. Did you hear that?
She got double teamed.
He doesn't know this, but
She
I
was
lost my
sandwiched by two
cherry
mics.
A long time ago.
pineapples.
She
That's
got
all
double
I'ma say.
mic'd.
Pineapples.
Yeah, I was a JP
Pineapples.
sandwich.
That's what I said.
You guys
By two mics.
sandwiched me in.
Pineapples.
That was a
Yes,
setup.
yes.
You guys set me up.
Pineapples.
Once again, thank you to my
Do you
co-host,
do you
Mr.
know-
Reed.
Do you not know what pineapples is?
Thank you for this,
Where's
man.
my drink?
I don't know. Where's his
Bama.
drink at,
Bama.
Bama?
Where my drink at?
Drink.
You didn't even bring the drink back. Come
I don't have
on.
long. I know I got long arms, man.
And once again, thank you to Elle for bringing these
But wait a
beautiful
minute.
rum balls.
do you know what
Throw
guys?
some ice in there.
Yeah, give me some ice.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you know what pineapple means?
No.
You guys don't know what pineapple?
No,
Isn't
they're
it a code word?
They're anti-inflammatory.
Like, isn't it like a what's that BDM like?
Oh, so
code word?
you guys never seen the Kevin Hart skit when he's talking about pineapples? So tonight, YouTube Kevin Hart pineapples. I'm telling you, you guys will be.
I think I have seen this. Like, probably
That's
a
like
while
his
ago.
safe word.
Yeah, it was a
no,
safe
you
word.
guys should watch it tonight.
Oh, mine's banana, so I hear that.
Banana.
Is it bananas?
Yeah.
Oh
Bananas?
my god, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Sometimes I change it just to keep shit fresh, but yeah, it's usually banana.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're cheersing out about here.
Oh yeah, so I've just added something to the show. Every time we exit, we're gonna exit on a cheers, and I'm gonna do the cheer this time. You do the cheer next time. So you just think about it for next show, okay? My cheer is to honor.
Honor.
To get in honor, getting in her. God bless America. Thank you guys for joining
Yes,
our
thank you.
show.
That doesn't apply to me though. Damn.
Say what you saying. Go ahead, say it again. Sorry, I can't even help it. I can't help it. DJ's in the crowd. DJ is going to be a guest of the show too. We're going to have to bring him on. That man can sing.
Oh,
That man can
I know. Hey,
sing.
after karaoke, I'm never going after him.
Yep.
Just
No.
never going after
He
him.
gets mad about that. I'm like, bro, take that as a
Yeah, I'm
compliment.
never going after him.
Nobody wants to go after
Yeah,
that. You're like a
nobody
pro.
wanna go after you.
You're like a pro. You're not even a karaoke singer. You're like a pro.
Yeah.
It is what it
We
is.
feel like peasants after DJ sings.
Put down the mic, you peasant.
Feel like a peasant.
All right, guys. Good night. Thank you guys
All
for
right.
joining
Good night.
us.
We out.
Thank you for all the guests that joined us at the row. Come
Yes.
out and check us out next
Yes.
Monday. We'll
My
be here
cup's
again.
empty. Bama
Every
didn't
Monday.
fill me up.
By the way, before we exit, when's the show going to air? Can we talk about that real quick?
We can.
What day do you want to do it on? Wednesday, Friday?
I'm gonna drop it on Friday morning, 6 a.m.
Friday morning, 6 a.m. Come check out the show.
but I'm gonna do promos, teasers up until then. So
Okay.
every day I'm gonna drop a teaser every morning on Instagram.
Sweet.
All
So
right.
follow us at on Instagram at the Real Bar, not the Real Bar Talk, on Instagram.
Okay.
Make sure you follow alchemy.ro on Instagram.
Right. All right.
Sweet.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys.
Yeah.